everyone, it's me, Kiana. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing the reading habits tag. I have the questions here in my reading journal that says collect the beautiful moments. There is 12 questions, so let's go ahead and get started with the video. Alright, question number 1. Do you have a certain place at home for reading? Yes, I always either read on my bed or I read downstairs in my living room. Question number 2, bookmark or random piece of paper? Bookmarks. But if I'm out with my parents, like at a restaurant, and I don't have time to dig through my purse and get the bookmark, I like take the receipt or whatever and just like put it in there. So I use both bookmarks and random pieces of paper, but it depends on the situation. Question number 3, can you stop reading or do you have to stop after a chapter or a certain amount of pages? Well, when we're reading big books like Throne of Glass series, Court of Thorns and Roses, Church in Blood and Bone, these right here, I stop at certain chapters. Like when I start reading big books like this, I always have to read 100 pages for the first time. Second time, 200. Third, 300. Fourth, 400. Stuff like that, depending where I end. But if I end at like a page 120, I end at 220 the next time. So it all depends on what book I'm reading. So like if I'm reading a Rick Riordan book, I always read like 100 pages each day. If I'm reading a Sarah J. Maas book, 120, 220 pages a day. So it honestly depends on what I'm reading and how I'm feeling. Question number 4, do you eat or drink while reading? I stopped eating when I'm reading because I got like a lot, and by a lot I mean a lot of crumbs and grease stains on my pages, which annoyed me. I do drink when I read, but mostly water and my juice, never coffee because coffee stains. When I was reading Margaret Athena, I had my niece and nephews with me, the middle niece and the middle and youngest nephew, and my youngest nephew poured, like he didn't pour, but he slipped and put some of the juice on Margaret Athena, and like I panicked. I was like, no, you're gonna stain it, but whew, I didn't. Question number 5, multitasking. Music or TV while reading? Not music, because if I listen to music while I'm reading, I get very distracted and I start singing along with the song. While I'm watching TV, I really don't pay attention much to it unless it's like one of my favorite shows like Criminal Minds, Grey's Anatomy, How to Get Away with Murder, stuff like that. But if it's like a cartoon like American Dad, The Loud House, Fairly Odd Parents, I really don't mind watching TV while I'm reading, but it depends on what show I'm reading. Question number 6, one book at a time or several? I'd rather read one book at a time because the time that I read like 3 books at once confused me, because one was a graphic novel, one was an audiobook, and then one was a physical book, and I was so confused, so I'm never going to do that again. So I'd rather read one book at a time. If it slows my reading down, oh well, but I'd rather comprehend what I'm reading instead of going back and forth like figuring out what I'm reading. Number 7, reading at home or reading everywhere. I can read anywhere I go except on the bus because I find it very awkward when people stare at me and like what I'm reading. But I'll read at my house. I don't care. I'll read at school when I'm with my friends. I don't care. I'll read at a restaurant. I don't care. I will read anywhere except for the bus. Except for the bus. Question number 8, reading out loud or reading in your head. I tend to do both. When I'm alone, I mouth what I'm reading, like, for example, when I'm alone, say I'm reading Red Pyramid, which I am going to, I'll go like this. I read like that. I mouth the words along with what I'm reading, which I always do with a Rick Riordan book, but yeah. Question number 9, do you read ahead or skip pages? If I'm doing a read along with somebody or I'm buddy reading with somebody, I do go ahead and read ahead. But if it's getting to a book that I have read before and I know the ending, I will skip through the pages, like Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief. Throne of Glass, though when I read it again for this third time, I didn't do that. I like read ahead. Or with any of my Rick Riordan books that I'm reading, I don't skip ahead, but it all depends on what I'm reading and how many times I've read it. Question number 10, breaking the spine or keeping it new? I will keep it new. I hate breaking the spine. I broke the spine on P.S. I Like You, and I cried. I literally cried because I spent money on her, and I was just like, I don't want to break it. No. I'd rather read like this than breaking the spine. As you can see, I broke the cover, which annoyed me, even on notebooks. I do this, and it hurts my soul. So I'd rather keep it new than breaking the damn spine. Question number 11, do you write in your books? I don't. I don't write in my books, but I do tab them. Hold on. But I just finished reading, as I record this, it is the 17th. I just finished reading Throne of Glass, and I tabbed this bad boy up. I don't like writing in books because what if one day I get new editions, and whenever I get new editions I always give away my old copies, and I'd rather just have the stickies so I can take the stickies off if I give it to another person. So stickies or like writing in it, because I do have what I color code them for. I'll be leaving my how I tab my books on the eye. Hopefully you guys can see that. But yeah, I don't write in them, I rather tab them. And question number 12, who do you tag? I tag anybody. If you are watching this and you want to do it, go right ahead. I don't really like tagging people because what if they don't want to do it? And then I feel horrible. But if you feel like you want to read it, if you feel like you want to do this, go right ahead. You have my blessings. But that is all for today's video. I will see you Monday with my fall recommendations. I now post Mondays and Thursdays. I'll be leaving here videos I just feel like you guys should go check out. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I hope you see you guys Monday with a new video. Bye, guys.